So these are the Bridgestone Dueler ATs that came on my truck. These are 275 65 R20s, I think. Yep, 275 65 R20 light truck, 3,700 pounds, 3,750 pound rated tires. They have 14,000 miles on them now. And as you can see, they are still in very good health, especially considering the truck does an ample amount of towing. Did a great job in the snow last year. Honestly, no complaints. I never keep stock wheels and tires on a truck. So that should tell you how much I like these wheels. I love these wheels. They look epic with mud tires and all-terrains on them too. These tires work quite well. They're quiet. They have all the traction that I've needed to have. I've never actually gotten stuck, and I've had to do some things that were perhaps unideal, but we got through it and didn't get actually stuck. I did have to pull a buddy out in a chisel plowed field, down in a ditch, in the mud, and pulled him straight up, probably a 16-foot tall bank. And I was in the chisel plowed field, and the truck did great. So I will say these are adequate performing highway tires. They have obviously good tread wear. I have been rotating them. I think it's been every other oil change. I have been rotating them. So rears honestly look just as good as the backs, and I do keep them aired down, so we have a very flat, wear pattern. We're not blowing the middles out of them because they usually stay pretty well aired down. We're a little high right now because we had a miscommunication, and I haven't had time to lower the PSI. So we're at 60 front and rear. I don't like being that high. I like 50 front, 55 rear when I'm towing, and these can easily go down way below 40 if you wanted to. Empty, but I randomly hooked a trailer, so I try to err on the side of I might hook to a trailer tomorrow. So, 55, 60 in the rear isn't going to hurt too bad, clearly, given the wear pattern these have. The edges aren't cupped, the middle isn't blown out. We have a very good contact patch. You can see maybe just a little bit right here on the edge. That's a good indication that you're overpressurized. About a ½ inch of the tire, you can clearly see the difference between the wear pattern in the middle versus the wear pattern on the edge. It could be aired down a smidgen more, for sure, by a smidgen. I think a good, easily 10 PSI right now, if not more. Easily, even while towing, but neither here nor there. Do get good fuel economy, excellent fuel economy with this truck, and I do credit that to a well-designed tire. I haven't had any punctures, never had to have a nail pulled out or patched or anything. And obviously you must encounter them sometime. They have very good rain traction. In fact, I'm going to say excellent rain traction. I've been in some pretty nasty rainstorms with these tires, and they have excellent water clearing from the tires. The sipes work extremely well in the wintertime. I really enjoyed them this past winter. I did get the truck a year ago now. Basically, it was like September 15th or 14th or something like that when I got my truck, so we're coming up on a year. So probably going to be around 15,000 miles in 1 year on this vehicle. I would buy these tires again. If you wanted to have a little more tread and still wanted to be sensible without going into the mud tire territory, the AT3Ws are really excellent tires, the Falcons. I would like to try the AT4W to see what the new generation, how it works. I definitely really like the AT3W, and I'd like to see how the AT4s work. Another great tire is the KO2. They get a lot of hate because they don't clear very well in mud, which no all-terrain tire clears well in mud. These, if it's sticky mud, will not clear very well, but that is just the nature of having not a mud tire. That's why they're called a mud tire, and then an all-terrain, and then a highway tire. I would call these a good hybrid between a highway tire and an all-terrain tire. They are called an all-terrain, but I think they could use just a little bit more, tread block separation, if you want to call them a true AT. Like you'd compete with a Falcon. But big fan of these tires. They've had a lot of weight behind them. They look good. Sidewall looks good. Haven't had any sidewall issues. So I was asked by a commenter, how do you still like your tires in my original video? So I'll find a way to link this video to the first video on them. But yeah, I definitely recommend them. I know that you can get these. I believe they're called the Bridgestone Dueler AT Evo if you're going to buy them as a consumer. I think that these are specifically made for Ford. So you can compare tread wear 126 and 120 or 123R. Whoops. Oh goodness. I wasn't even pointing right. 126 and 123R, so you can compare your spec of your aftermarket versions that you can buy from, whether it's Bell Tire or discount. When it comes to tires, I always buy from Bell Tire, and I'll tell you why. Or I end up having to go to Bell Tire to have them properly balanced. I find that Bell Tire uses, and no, I don't have any affiliation with Bell Tire. I would love to. Bell Tire, if you would like to help a brother out, that'd be great. But I'm going to say the truth regardless of who's helping me out. I have found that their tire balancing machines do a beyond excellent job of balancing. I have never had an issue with the tire balanced at Bell Tire. And in fact, I've had to bring tires balanced elsewhere, both from Costco and from Discount Tire over to Bell Tire, and pay the money to have them balanced correctly. I don't know what it is about their road force machines, but they work very, very excellently. I mean, I have mud tires that do not vibrate at any speed, and that's been the case for many, many, many years. I mean, we might as well call it a decade and a half of me driving. Coming up on a decade and a half. I'm 30, so you know, I started driving trucks when I was 17. Took my road test in my dad's LBZ Duramax that he bought new. So yeah, I've been around trucks just a little while. Went through a lot of sets of tires. I tried to add it up one time. I think I'm probably getting close to 650,000 miles, I would say. Something like that of driving. Maybe a smidgen more than that. Maybe closer to 7. But yeah, been through many sets of tires. Have tried lots of different things, and I give this thing a huge, great big thumbs up. Great job, Bridgestone. I do like a lot of Bridgestone tires. I've had good luck with them, and this is the first time I've ever kept a set of highway tires in my vehicle this long, because honestly, they give me no reason to change them other than I would like to experiment, because I love experimenting. So I'm thinking about trying to find another set of these wheels, because I just love these wheels. I could look at these things all day. And I did inquire actually today. That's one of the reasons why I made the video, because I saw a lot of people asking how are the AT4Ws, and I couldn't answer that question other than saying I really like the AT3Ws. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting another set of these wheels and putting a set of AT4W 295 65 R20s on this truck, so they'll be slightly bigger diameter and slightly wider. And we're gonna go 10 or 20 millimeter wider. Is not going to break the bank, trust me. We're talking that much, and then we're talking probably that much taller. So would like to see how, first of all, I know that these wheels look excellent when they have a little more sidewall action going on, and I want to try those out. And I do plan a lot of winter and a lot of highway driving, but also a lot of getting off onto trails. I've kind of grown up a little bit, and I haven't been beating on my new truck. This truck's had a pretty good life. No dings, dents, scratches. Running boards don't have any scary hits. Love these tires though, so highly recommend if you need a set of tires. I would definitely look at Bridgestone Dueler ATs. They work really good on road, off road, dry. They hold their own in wet dirt, I'd call it. If you're gonna get into real mud where it's chunks and goopy and sticky and has a lot of suction, that's exactly where it's gonna be a huge issue for clearing your tires. But certainly I've never been stuck on wet grass, which is a common issue for highway tires, and it's the biggest reason people end up going up to one step more tire. It's the most common place where anyone's going to get stuck is wet grass, and these things float well, they clean good, and they they have enough traction to get by. I have been in a surprising amount of sand, so I am going to say, and I haven't had to air down, so I'm going to give these things a huge thumbs up on sand performance. I think they work quite well in sand. So if you're in a sandy environment like up north, you're in the UP, or if you're out west, these tires are probably going to work quite well for you. I am from Michigan, so we don't usually have 110, 115 degree asphalt temps. We could, but it's not entirely as common as, for instance, Texas. So your opinion may vary if you're in the really hot states, Southern California, Arizona, Nevada, Texas, Oklahoma, those really hot states, potentially in the summertime in Florida. You may have a different opinion in terms of tread wear when it gets really hot, but I'll tell you what, for me here in Michigan, these have been the bee's knees. Highly recommend. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Take care of your tires. Make sure you don't overinflate them. Watch my video on how to properly inflate your tires so that you get good tread life out of your tires. Oh, and I should probably show all all of them. So you've seen the two on the driver's side. Yes, I had an incident where I was filling up 3 chainsaws with bar oil. Have you ever done this? And you forget to put the cap on one of them. So you go to turn it up right, all the oil comes out. Yeah. Looking good here too. Very nice flat wear pattern. No middles getting blown out. Edges look good. No major cupping. Definitely good shape there. Same thing on the front. Yeah, I was just driving through my field. Looking good up here too. Again, very flat. No issues with cupping. We're looking quite good. So, awesome truck and good choice on tires, Ford. Thank you all and take care. And also, I did make a Patreon account, so if you'd like to support the channel in any way, I would appreciate it. If you'd like to go to Patreon and supposedly use the comment section on Patreon, I would appreciate it. Post questions or video requests, whatever you guys would like to do. And also to use the community tab on my YouTube channel account page, if you want to call it that. It's over to the right. It should say community. If you click on that, you can ask direct questions on there too. And feel free to start a conversation on there if you'd like. Take care all. Have a great day.